Good morning and welcome to video number 3. Today's lesson is going to focus on catching, and I'm going to show you a variety of games you can do to help improve your catching skills when it comes to striking and fielding when we're back to school. Okay. For today you're going to need 2 beanbags per person. For the warm-up it's going to be a 2-player game, so you're going to be competing against somebody. So for this, each person playing, you need 2 pairs of trainers, which makes 4 in total per person, and you're going to need 2 rolled up pairs of socks per person playing. Okay, so if you have 2 people playing, that'd be 4 rolled up socks and it'll be 8 trainers. Okay, so hopefully you understood that. To set the warm-up up today, you need to place your 8 trainers in a safe space where you're going to be taking part in today's lesson. Make sure 2 trainers belong to one of the players. That's one of my football trainers, that's one of my wife's trainers there. So you've got 4 trainers each, and the aim of the game, you can see I put 4 socks in random trainers. Once you've set the course up a little bit like mine, we're then going to play the game. Okay, to play the game you need to put the socks in your own trainers, so I know which ones mine are, and my wife knows which ones hers are, so we need to try and match them in our own shoes. Okay, try and use both hands like we looked at lesson number 1. If you can pick up with one, transfer it to the other, put it in. It's a lot faster than always using your dominant hand. Make sure you keep your eye in the spaces, don't want you to bump into people, and always make sure, okay, you're on your toes, you're being aware, using all that spatial awareness. We're going to play for 40 seconds. When the clock gets to 40 seconds, we'll stop, hands on our heads, then do a quick count. Whoever's got the most socks in their own trainers are the winners. Okay, we're going to go. 3, 2, 1, go! So we're moving, our heads up, swapping hands. Keep on going. Space. You're doing your hands, you cheat. Okay, you can only have 1 sock in your hands at a time, don't pick up 2. Enjoy. If you want to spice it up a little bit, you can put a different colour pair of socks in. That can be worth 2 points or so on to try and make you add your own rules, add your own games, have some fun with it. Okay, so we should be nicely warmed up after that. It's quite a really good game. Shows you all about spatial awareness, gets you planning your moves, gets you picking things up with one hand, swapping hands again like we looked at in lesson number 1, and also gets your heart race going, gets you looking and having a bit of fun as well in the space that you've got in your house or your garden. So now, the catching technique, okay? To catch, 4 key things that I like to tell the children in lessons, okay? Number 1, you need to keep your eyes on what you're catching, okay? If that's travelling through the air, you need to focus on it the whole time, don't look anywhere else. So eyes on the target, okay? Second thing you need to do, you need to have your feet ready. You need to move your feet to position your body to be underneath the object that you're catching. There's no point trying to catch leaning over to one side because you're off balance. Try and move your feet, okay? To do that you have to be on your toes, which is knees slightly bent, feet in line with your shoulder, and the weight on the balls of your feet, so you can easily step left, right, forwards, backwards. In some of the games today you are going to be moving forwards and backwards, so make sure we do try and bend the knees and be on our toes. Third thing you need to do is have soft hands when you catch the ball. The amount of times I see people with hard hands, the ball pops on and bounces out, that's because they're too rigid, okay? You want to try and gently cushion your fingers, you want to make a nice soft hand target, and then you can cushion the ball or cushion the beanbag, and it keeps it tightly in your grasp, okay? And 4th thing you need to be able to do is have your hands ready. Okay, there's no point trying to catch the ball, have your hands in your pockets, stood around. You need to be on your toes, eyes, focus what you're catching, knees slightly bent, hands making a target. If you're trying to catch it below your chest, little fingers touching, making a soft target in front of your body. If you're going to be catching a ball above your chest, that's when you come up to your thumbs touching and you'll be catching like this, anywhere above your head, above your chest, anywhere below your chest, okay? So you need to be ready for the ball by doing those 4 key things. Activity number 1 then, with your beanbag or with your balled up socks, you're just going to try and throw the ball in the air using underarm throw. You want the ball to travel trajectory, just to go straight up, to give you lots of time to look at the target, position your feet, get under the ball and try and catch the ball okay, using your two hands. So the first thing, underarm throw, nice and up, eye on the ball the whole time, catch it with soft hands and bring it into the body. Once you can do that standing still, have a walk around, see how many you can do before the beanbag touches the floor, okay? That should be a nice easy starter for lots of you at home. Okay, moving on from that, because I'm sure you all found that very easy. So we're going to try now and do some throws in the air, and we're going to clap our hands before we catch the beanbag, okay? This is using our legs, because we need to position ourselves under the beanbags, using our eyes to focus on the target, but also using our hands to do the clap, so it coordinates a few different parts of your body, so it is a little bit harder. So same thing, underarm throw, keep your eyes the whole time on the target, move your feet, clap, 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 catch. So it looks something a little bit like this. So that was 3 claps and a catch. Try and start off just doing 1 clap. If you can do 1 clap comfortably, move on to 2. If you get to 2, move to 3 and so on. Okay, I want to see if anyone can get to 10 claps and then successfully catch the beanbag. So to do that, you'll need to do a high throw. So make sure you're on your toes, make sure you're in a safe area to do it. So it'll be a nice high throw in the air. Ooh, that was 8. I got to 8 that time. I'll try one more go to get 10. Oh, was that it? Might have been 9. Okay, so it's a hard challenge. Let me see your efforts. One more go to try and reach 10. 8. Ah, dropped. For the next activity, you're going to need your 2 objects, okay? So you're going to have one starts on the floor, the other one starts in your hands, okay? And this is quite a tricky challenge, so maybe only really key stage 2, I'd expect to do this. If you can do it at key stage 1, amazing, okay? But don't worry if you can't, because it is quite hard. Get your mums and dads to give it a go, see if they can do it anyway. So you're going to start off, 1 beanbag in your hand, 1 on the floor. You're going to throw 1 up, and then you're going to try and pick up the other one, and then catch them both, okay? So it's all about kind of keep your eye on the target whilst also coordinating your legs to bend down, your hand to pick it up, and then be ready to make the catch, okay? It is a hard one, this one. I'll give it a quick go. Small in my hand, underarm throw to go up, eye on the target, make the catch, whoop, and then I got up to my feet, okay? So one last try, beanbag on the floor, start up high, throw up, watching the whole time, being able to coordinate to grab, and then have 2 hands ready to make that catch with soft hands. Give that a try. Okay, so next progression, we're going to look at throwing and catching with a partner. This is a little bit harder because you can't always determine where exactly the object's going to come to you, so you need to make sure you're on your toes and you're always focusing your eyes on the target and be ready with those hands to make the catch. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is just try and do consecutive throws, see if you can get to 10. If you get to 10, take a step back and then keep going until you get the maximum in this amount of space that you have, okay? Try and aim for your partner's chest, so if they make a target here, then you know exactly where you want the ball to go. Don't be throwing it low, because it makes it much harder to catch the beanbag. So I'll show you a quick example now with my wife Jessica. Go in, over. We'll touch toes, take 1 step back each, try and get to 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we'll take another step back each. So a bit further away now, adds to the challenge, and we just keep on going, making sure we're always ready to receive that beanbag. Okay, next progression. We know in striking and fielding, we don't just stand there and the ball comes to us. We have to move our feet to make the catches, to get the batter out. Okay, so now your partner's going to start with the beanbag at one end of the space that you've got, and the catcher is going to be ready about 3 meters away on their toes. Okay, the first throw is going to come in, it's going to be low, so I'm going to have to step forward, bend down low to make the catch, then I throw it back, and then the next throw I'm going to have to go backwards and catch high above my head. Okay, so we have 2 different throw types now. Start off just going low, then high, low, then high. Once you get to 10, swap who the thrower is and swap who the catcher is, so you both get a turn. If you find it a bit easy, don't just follow the low and high route, try and catch your partner out. So you might do 2 highs on the bounce, then a quick low one, then a high one, then 2 low ones, so mix up the order a little bit. To show you a quick demo of this game now. So I'm on my toes, knees bent, eyes on the target, and that was right at me. Try and move forward a bit, please. So low, back up, high, step forward, on my toes again, low, high. So focused on the beanbag the whole time. so I can make the catch, moving my feet to get under the target. A quick progression on from that game could be using 4 points like a compass, north, east, south, west. Instead of throwing forwards and back to north and south, you could also go east and west, so it makes you be on your toes a little bit more because you're also moving laterally as well as vertically. Okay, you're going to mix it up now, get a little bit harder. For this game now, you need 1 beanbag each, and you're going to try and do a throw and a catch simultaneously. So to do this, you need to communicate. One person needs to choose to throw high, one person throws low, so they don't meet in the air. As soon as you release your beanbag, you need to be looking at the target that you're going to catch. So it's all about quick reactions, being ready on your toes to adjust to make the catch, as well as also being accurate with your throwing. So hopefully you remember from last week or yesterday, put your point our toe to the target and do a gentle underarm throw. So ready? I'm going to go high, you're going to go low. So 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. So constantly talking, keeping our eyes on the beanbag, moving if I have to make the catch, testing me out, and then we made it there. So have a few goes at that. You can go further away to make it harder. Okay, so final game today, and it's going to be a bit of a challenge against the clock. You can complete this in the fastest. Get your times into me, post them on the Twitter, and let me see who gets this challenge completed in the quickest amount of time. Okay, so to set the challenge up, you need 2 markers. I'll just use 2 trainers. Place 1 marker down, take 3 paces, and then you put the other marker down. So it's quite a small area. And the game is called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you've got to try and do 5 passes without dropping the beanbag. Once you make 5 passes, you swap sides, then you do 4 passes, swap sides, 3 passes, 2 passes, 1 pass. And then when you get to the 1 pass at the end, 0, that's when you stop the clock. So I want to see how fast you can do this. If it's a bit easy using 1 beanbag, some of the older children in Key Stage 2 use 2 beanbags, so you're swapping at the same time, makes it a little bit harder. If you're in Key Stage 1, you might want to use something slightly bigger to throw, maybe a cushion or something to make it easier to make that catch. Okay, so I'll do a quick demonstration, and then I want to see your times. So we'll use 1, just to begin with. So for this demonstration, we're going to use just 1 to begin with. Ready?
I have no idea.
Knees bent, eyes on the target, show me what you want with your hands. So 5 passes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then we swap sides. So I'll go over here, quickly get ready on my toes, show the target, that's 2, 3, 4, swap sides, 1, 2, 3, swap sides. So I'm talking the whole time, making sure we're ready on our toes. And last 1, swap sides. Oh.
I did.
And at me 0, stop the clock. Let me see if you can beat our time. So thank you very much for watching video number 3, all about catching. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at reactions. So we're going to be using our throwing skills, our catching skills, our coordination skills, and we're going to put it together, doing a few quick reaction games. Hope we see you all soon. Like always, send your videos into Twitter. Let me see what you're getting up to. I'll see you tomorrow.